allegation as to causing the accident, but leaving the accident with a person who is deceased and walking off and being intoxicated and just lying to the officers whenever he first got stopped. The family wants him to serve the whole 180 days, and I can understand why.
Today's case is about a man who was driving a truck while drunk and hit a small SUV. The accident was so dangerous that one passenger died on the spot, and the driver was seriously injured. But the most shocking part is what happened next. Instead of helping them, the drunk driver left his vehicle and ran away. It was a very sad moment, as if humanity had disappeared. He could have helped them or taken them to the hospital, but he chose to escape. Now he is standing in court like an innocent person, as if he did nothing wrong. Even worse, when he was caught, he lied and said that he had already sold his vehicle. Because of one wrong decision, a family lost their earning member. Now they have no one to support them for the rest of their lives. What do you think should be the punishment for such a drunk driver? Someone whose careless actions caused another person to lose their life.
Anybody else wants to say?
No,
Okay.
I think I've.
All right, the court is looking and reviewed the probable cause affidavit and the indictments. And this was so similar to another trial we had a couple of years ago on an accident on 124. It occurred between the defendant's dump truck and a small SUV. Witnesses saw the defendant flee the scene on foot. And when police and emergency personnel arrived, the passenger of the small SUV was declared dead on the scene, and the driver had sustained serious bodily injury. The defendant was subsequently located near Galding Road in a Toyota pickup truck and was attempting to flee the area. His first response to the police was that someone had stolen his pickup truck and he was looking for it. Subsequent to that, I guess the police pointed out inconsistencies with the facts. He then stated he was sorry. He was the one who was operating the truck and was involved in the crime. And later on, his drug alcohol level was deemed to be 3 times the legal limit of intoxication. I always listen to what good lawyers like Mr. Pelly tell me, and also Mr. Laird, good lawyers. And this situation is so eerily similar to that other case, because in the other case, I assessed that defendant 180 days in the county jail as a condition of probation, doing the same thing and then getting caught, and then the first thing out of their mouth was a false statement, a lie about it. And the other person was also at intoxication level, but not as high as in this case. That is a major issue. Is what is the damage in this case? The loss of a life that may or may not have been saved if you were to follow the law, which is the most humanitarian law I think the legislature ever enacted. And if you're involved in an accident, you're required, ordered with criminal sanctions that can be imposed to help another person who's injured. I don't even know why that has to be mandated. It ought to be just human natural instinct to help a fellow, in a time of need. But yet the legislature enacted an offense that should go without a set of requirements that should go without even saying. But apparently it was needed for cases like this. But you left the people and they died. They could have been set again, but they still, in their last moments, there should have been a human standing over them, trying to render aid until our Creator takes their life and takes their soul. You not only left when you were responsible to stay, the first thing out of your mouth was a lie to try to deceive officers. How important is a life? There's no value to it because you can't put a value. It's something our Creator gave us, and we can't put a price on it. That's why each of us should recognize we have a duty to help others. And this just doesn't seem humane to take off, flee, and then lie about it. It's not like I don't appreciate and understand you're put in an emergency situation, for whatever reason. You did stay, probably the inebriation, but still, you had to act humanely. And it's not like I don't understand your position. I've been in a position when I was young. Somebody a child was trying to clean up a mess in their garage using gasoline, and it ignited. The gasoline ignited with the water heater in the garage, and the fumes of the gas put him in flames from head to toe, and he ran out for help. And Gary Freeman, my good friend, and I were playing catch across the street, and all I heard was an explosion, and then saw somebody coming to me on fire from head to toe. I didn't run, and I didn't lie. I'm not special. My instinct was to go and save him, and that's what we did. Knocked him down, rolled him over, and then my father showed up. Put a coat on it. He was burned 90% of his body. He lived until about 5 years ago. His little brother was in there and he died. His little brother ran inside the house and he was on fire. And there wasn't anything we could do, but Michael was running for his life. The point is I've been in this position, and it wasn't something that I even thought about twice. It's just a human reaction. You go to the need of another human being. I feel sorry for the family. I wish you would have done the right thing, but I'm going to yield to what they wish. They're entitled for their loved one that they've lost. You didn't do the right thing. They're entitled to be heard, and I'm going to listen to them. You're going to have to pay the price that the law states is necessary. Hopefully, the next time you have it in a position to help someone in need, you don't react the way you did, irresponsible. But also, you should never even have been in a 4,000-pound missile intoxicated. That put you and everybody else in harm's way in the first place. That was a bad idea to begin with. That day started out bad for you because you made the wrong choices by the fact that you didn't do the humanitarian thing. But no, as Mr. I always think so highly of Mr. Kelly and what he represents his clients, but I'm not going to grant his request. What do you want to ask?
Your Honor, we are in the middle of an important week, perhaps the most important week of all time. I'm certainly aware that there will be a hole at a dinner table this weekend in another family, either Saturday evening or Sunday afternoon, but the court considers suspending for the Easter weekend alone.
I'm going to yield what the family says. For with the family of the deceased. It's a price, it's a loss, but here's the deal, here's the most important thing. You will be released soon enough from your obligations here as a condition of probation, and you'll be able to decide how you want to live with your family, which I hope is in a loving, caring way. And I'm more concerned about them with the family they have left being together and trying to make it through this holy season without a loved one. Your loved ones are still there waiting. They will be there when you leave. I just wish you would have made the right choice. That's what I did, but you didn't. And this is what we call justice for all concerned. I wish I was there with you and could have whispered, don't leave help into your ear. But I have a personal experience. I didn't even think about it. It just was a reaction. You just run to the need. I didn't find that to be special. I don't think that is. That's why I'm disappointed that you reacted the way you did. They never thought he would live, but he did. I got that going for him. I gave him a chance to live. By what Gary and I said, I wish you would have done that. You might have saved a lot. But anyway, that's the order of the court. That's the order. Thank you, Mr. Kelly.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your good work. Anything else? What do you have? Mr. Johnson.
In the end, Judge John Stevens delivers more than just a sentence. He delivers a message about responsibility, humanity, and the value of life. By refusing leniency and ordering the full 180-day sentence, the court makes it clear. Running away from responsibility only makes the consequences heavier. Now the question is, was justice served, or should the punishment have been even stronger? Share your thoughts below.